Pizza.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back in Roll Tribe, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for the final game of the evening here on Let's Go ICC TV and ESPN 95.1 The Fan, as the Indians are set to take on Mississippi Delta in a crucial North Division matchup here at the Davis Event Center. If you're just now joining us, the Lady Indians picked up a 66-49 win over the Lady Trojans in our first game of the evening. I'm Adam Moore alongside ICC Foundation Director Mr. Jim Ingram as we crank up the Davis Ford pregame show and start the countdown to the First American National Bank opening tip between your 6-7 ICC Indians and the 5-8 Trojans of Mississippi Delta. Let's go inside the numbers presented by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. For more information, visit nmsmo.com. That's nmsmo.com. The Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you. And Jim, I know you've got some of those stats for both these teams in front of you.
I do, Adam. And glad to be here tonight. Delta comes to tonight's game averaging 80 points per game. Have 3 players averaging in double figures. Darius Jackson averages 14 points per game. Quintars Boltman averages 14 points a game, and Brandon Kimball comes in at 13.5 points per game. The Trojans shooting 45% from the floor, 35% from three-point line, and 68% from free throw line. Boltman and Kimball are leading the team in rebounding, grabbing over just 5 rebounds a game. The Indians come in averaging 70 points a game, with Darius Hobson leading the way with 14 points per game. Freshman Cartisco Brown is averaging 11 points per game. The Indians are shooting 42% from the floor, 33% from 3, and they make 65% from free throw line. Akeem Kirkwood leads the team with 10 rebounds per game.
And Jim, so looking at those numbers, thanks to the great folks there at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, what would you say your keys to victory are tonight for the Indians? Now, of course, these keys to victory being brought to you by the Sonic of Fulton.
You know, it's another, what we're looking at here again, Adam, is the Delta team does shoot well from the three-point line. Blocking out and getting out on defense. Do not let them have a lot of open three-point shots. And we always talk about a fast start and playing good, solid defense.
When we come back with more of the Davis Ford pregame show, we'll take a look at today's Coca-Cola starting lineups. You're tuned in to the ICC Sports Network on Let's Go ICC TV and ESPN 95.1 The Fan, your new home for ICC Athletics.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
Hey ICC fans, Josie here, inviting you to help us pack the house Thursday, January 24th against East Mississippi. Fans will have a chance to meet the 2019 ICC baseball, golf, softball, and tennis teams with autograph opportunities during the second half of the women's and men's basketball games. That's the Pack the House night featuring Meet the Tribe, sponsored by the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation on Thursday, January 24th at the Davis Event Center in Fulton.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show as we're almost 1 minute away from that First American National Bank opening tip between the ICC Indians and the Trojans of Mississippi Delta. Hey, don't forget, when you're looking for your next dream vehicle, come see the Davis Ford difference at 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or visit davisfordsales.com. That's davisfordsales.com. Go further with Davis Ford. Now let's take a look at tonight's Coca-Cola starting lineups presented by the TUPELO Coca-Cola Bottling Works. Buddy Long and all the fine folks out there in Tupelo are proud to sponsor ICC Athletics. And Jim, let's go ahead and talk about the starting five for Delta.
Mississippi Delta Trojans coming tonight. Quintars Boatman, 6'2", sophomore guard for Indianola. Cohale Strickland, a 5'9" guard, sophomore from Mound Bayou. Brandon Kimball, a 6'7" forward from Indianola. Latrell Carter, a 6'7" center from Memphis, Tennessee. And Darius Jackson, 6'4" guard from Plaquemine, Louisiana.
Easier said than me there, Mr. Jim. And now for this evening's Coca-Cola starting lineups for the Indians. ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination, and Coach Grant Pate hopes he's got that same winning combo put together tonight with his starting five.
Start out Akeem Kirkwood, the 5'8" freshman from Choctaw County High School. Anthony Diggins, the 6'4" freshman from Greenville. Ladarius Hobson, the 6'3" freshman from Hulka. Trevante Doolittle, the 6'4" freshman from Hughes, Arkansas. And Shamar Brown, the 6'7" freshman from Olive Branch.
And when we come back, we'll have that First American National Bank opening tip as we put the brakes on the Davis Ford pregame show. You're listening to the ICC Sports Network here on Let's Go ICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion, or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the First American National Bank opening tip is going to be controlled by Mississippi Delta. Delta in their road red, trimmed in gray. ICC in their home gray, trimmed in red and blue. They go that baseline reverse layup. It was up, in, and good for Kimball. So a quick start to the contest here for Mississippi Delta. Big ball game here for both teams, Mr. Jim, as ICC and Mississippi Delta looking for that first division win of the season. And so it's going to be a big ball game tonight. Shamar Brown going on the drive, picks up his dribble, drops it inside to Madarius Hobson. Hobson's jumper, good.
Nice touch. Nice. And like you mentioned, Adam, both teams 0-2. You don't want to go 0-3 in the conference. You need to find a way to find a win tonight.
Yeah, big answer there. Getting Madarius Hobson off to a good start for the Indians would be big tonight. Delta with the basketball, nearly turns it over. Man-to-man defense out of ICC. 19 minutes to play here in the first half. 2-2 is your score. Drive inside, shot is off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, though. Putback is there for Carter of Delta. Easy rebound for Carter. Delta with a significant height advantage in the early goings of this one. ICC with the basketball now. Akeem Kirkwood, who won the Men's Player of the Week a few weeks ago, had the basketball. Now gives it up to Trevante Doolittle. Doolittle with the basketball. 12 seconds on the shot clock. ICC trailing 4-2. Doolittle drives inside, drops it off to Kirkwood. Kirkwood lost a handle on it and then throws it away. Got to put that shot up there if you're Doolittle. So Delta with the basketball. Their large lead of the night at 2. Nearly taken away by the Indians. Delta drives inside, drops it off, and now it is taken away. Good job that time by Anthony Diggins after trying to gamble and go for the steal. Hustled back, and the hustle was rewarded with the steal that time. So ICC with the basketball. They drop it off to Madarius Hobson. Drops it off to Kirkwood. Back to Doolittle. Doolittle wanting to go on the drive. Nothing there. Back to Doolittle in the corner. Picks up his dribble. In trouble. Shamar Brown with it now. Wants to go on the drive. Dribbles. Puts up the three. It's no good. He hit 3 of those at Mid-South. The iron a little unkind that time for Shamar Brown. So Delta with the basketball. Quick three-pointer put up on the other end. Long, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Indians. And now here comes ICC. 4-2, Delta with the lead. ICC puts up a wild jumper, and the friendly roll falls for Doolittle. We're tied now at 4. Doolittle got the friendly roll there for his first basket of the night. Anything you could do, I could do better so far to start this one, Jim.
4-4, Adams. You mentioned 17:25 left in the first half.
Delta with the basketball now on the baseline. Puts up the high arching jumper. No good. Nice block out underneath by Hobson. Brown had the basketball, then had it stripped away. Dropped it inside. Layup is good. Friendly roll that time for Boatman. But this one right here could be whoever has possession last, Jim, or whoever has enough energy left in the tank. It's this one.
A lot of energy here, Adam. A lot of energy. Everybody sitting the boards. Good defense, both teams.
1-3-1 defense now out of the Trojans. ICC picks up the dribble, works it over to Hobson. Hobson into the corner to Diggins. Diggins challenges, drives it inside, has the ball slapped away. Gets it back. 8 seconds on the shot clock now. ICC is going to have to hurry. Doolittle drives inside, puts the floater up. No good. Rebound wrestled away there by Mississippi Delta. The iron unkind that time for Trevante Doolittle. Here comes the Trojans in transition. Blocked. Block. Akeem Kirkwood with the defensive play there. Now ICC trying to find a way to get back and tie this one up. Early goings in this one. 6-4 Delta with the lead. 16:23 to go here in the contest. Indians with the basketball, working inside to Brown. Brown wanting to post up. Fadeaway baseline jumper, in and out, no good, but there's Diggins with the putback, and a timeout quickly taken here by Mississippi Delta. Side score 6-6. Let's take a timeout here, a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
And welcome back out of the break. 6-6 is your score. 16-11 to play here in the first half. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram, happy to bring this action to you on ESPN 95.1 The Fan. Seth Kent back in the studios. Wayne Webb helping us get on the air today there in Saltillo. Taken away by Diggins. Good start to the contest by Anthony Diggins. Drops it inside to Doolittle. Doolittle's layup is good. ICC with their first lead of the night. Doolittle with his fourth point of the contest. So Delta with the basketball. 15:45 to play, 8-6 ICC with the lead. Jim, it was defense that sparked the Indians from a double-digit rally on the road earlier in the week. Defense getting it started here early on. Floater in the paint, no good. Offensive rebound. Second time is a charm for Boatman. Boatman, one of the leading rebounders, just in the right spot at the right time as the ball went long on the rebound. And then ICC steps inbounds on the inbounds. So the ball will go back after the mental mistake there by Diggins. He tried to inbounds it quickly. Nobody was there, lost his balance, and will give the ball back to Delta on the baseline. 8-8 is your score. Jumper from Delta. That one spins around and falls. Number 23, I believe, Jackson nails that one. So Delta on with a 4-0 spin now has retaken the lead now 10-8. ICC trying to work against the press here. Wow, Doolittle was hammered, no foul call. So here comes the Trojans on the other end. Oh, you're going to call that foul. You got to call it at half court.
It's not a two-point shot either. He passed it. That's on the ground, isn't it?
And they're going to say it was on the floor. Yes, you are correct. But If you're not going to call that foul on this side of the floor, you don't call the touch foul on this end of the floor. So a tough break there for ICC as Delta gets it back now. 15 minutes and 3 seconds to play. Delta with a 2-point advantage, 10-8. Back and forth it's been so far in this contest. Oh, nice drive to the basket. Running layup is up in and good. I believe that was Boatman, Jim.
He's got 6 points, and they got a 12-8 lead. 14:50 left in the first half. Delta 12, ICC 8.
Large lead of the night here for Delta at 4. Diggins with the basketball. Lost a handle on it. Now he's going to give it back up top to Trevante Doolittle to reset the offense. Delta throwing a lot of different looks at the Indians so far. We saw man-to-man. We've seen 1-3-1. Now we're seeing a 2-3 zone out of the Trojans. ICC working the ball around the perimeter. Doolittle with it now. Over to Akeem Kirkwood. They're trying to go inside. Delta not giving them anything easy on the inside. Kirkwood bumped. No foul call and a travel as Shamar Brown drug that pivot foot before putting the ball on the floor, and the turnover gives it back to the Trojans. Trojans can really take advantage of this situation here, Jim, and push this lead out to 6. 7 with the 3. 14 minutes and 10 seconds to play. Driving inside, nice extra pass, and the jam. Just a beautiful drive that time. Kimball with the flush, and Delta clicking here, and ICC needs a timeout. We're going to take the timeout with them and come back with more. Delta 14, ICC 8, 13:59 to play here. Back with more right after this.
Hey ICC fans, Josie here, inviting you to help us pack the house Thursday, January 24th against East Mississippi. Fans will have a chance to meet the 2019 ICC baseball, golf, softball, and tennis teams with autograph opportunities during the second half of the women's and men's basketball games. That's the Pack the House night featuring Meet the Tribe, sponsored by the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation on Thursday, January 24th at the Davis Event Center in Fulton.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC trailing 14-8, 13:59 to play here in the first half of play. If you're just now joining us, the Lady Indians picked up a 66-49 win in the first game of the night. ICC trying to find a way to get the sweep here at the Davis Event Center. Indians with the basketball, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Doolittle picks up his dribble. Inside they go to Brown. Brown drops it back to Hobson. Hobson lets traffic clear. And they just stopped on that hop step. That's what that was. Some of the ICC fans booing that one. But you got to continue through. If you take that little hop, you can't come to a stop. So tough break there for Hobson. He's made a great move underneath. 14-8, still your score. 13:35 to go here in the first half of play. Delta with the basketball and the lead. For those that are watching on Let's Go ICC TV, they're wearing red ICC in their home grays. Delta moving right to left on your radio dial, and that's a late call as they call a charge on the play.
Darius Jackson, his first foul, Adam.
It was so late that ICC had gotten the rebound and made a pass. Or started to make a pass, I should say. So each team with one foul in the contest. 13:20 to play here in the first half. ICC trailing 14-8. Hobson with the basketball. Indians working it around the perimeter. Diggins calling for it, doesn't get it. 2-3 zone. Hobson looking to go to work, nothing there. Now they kick it out to Doolittle. Doolittle back across. That's going to be Kirkwood on the left wing. Back to Doolittle at the point guard. Inside they go to Diggins. Diggins hit. No, couldn't get the shot to fall, but he'll go to line to shoot 2. Good patience that time by the Indians offensively, Jim, to attack the weak part of the zone.
Adam, they're giving us the three-point shot, and we're trying to work it inside. They're daring us to shoot it from outside. They packed in that 2-3 zone.
Absolutely. So this will be Diggins going to the free throw line, as he's got 2 points on the evening so far. And that free throw, well, that's going to be one he's going to want to forget, as it came up just a bit short.
That's okay. He's going to nail this one, Adam. He's going to recover right here.
Second free throw, that one a little bit further.
Yeah, a little bit better.
Caught rim that time. Inside 13 minutes of play here in the first half. ICC struggling. They trail 14-8. Delta rolling early. They've been impressive. Looking for that backdoor cut. Just a miscommunication. Delta throws it out of bounds, and the ball goes back to the Indians. Jim, you look at this Delta squad. They're at 5-8 on the year, 4-0-2 in conference play. That's kind of misleading. This is a good-looking athletic basketball team, long and rangy, and that's given the Indians some fits early on.
They're, like you said, they're athletic and they're long. They're tall, 6'7", 6'8", 6'4" in the right places, and all athletic.
So the Indians with the basketball now. Doolittle will come take it away from Kirkwood. ICC, they got to move without the basketball against this zone. Right now, that's not what they're doing. Doolittle with it now. It's over to Kirkwood. Kirkwood goes to the baseline. Skip pass over to Doolittle. Doolittle thought about the three. Great movement defensively by Delta. Now the Indians attack. Kirkwood layup. No good. The Iron wanted nothing to do with that layup as Kirkwood got good penetration. Just couldn't get the shot to fall. Delta quickly coming down the other end. That shot's no good. Rebound tipped, and controlled by Delta. Well, good hustle that time by Strickland to chase down the basketball. Shamar Brown just could not quite get to it quick enough. So Delta with the basketball, trying to feed it inside as Hobson, a little bit of a mismatch in the paint right now. Three-pointer on its way is halfway down, no good. Akeem Kirkwood, the ICC's leading rebounder, coming in and grabbing the rebound there. ICC wanting to get out and up the tempo a little bit. 11:45 to play. ICC trailing 14-8. The Indians need a basket in a big way right now, but this zone defense giving the Indians fits, Jim. Doolittle thought about the three, passes up on it. Now they give it to the baseline. Hobson wants the baseline jumper. It's off the mark, no good. Three red shirts in the paint to grab the rebound that time, and Delta easily controls it.
14-8, Adam. 11:20 left in the first half. Delta up by 6.
So the Trojans going to slow it down a little bit right now. Indians in a man-to-man defense. Delta surveying it now, goes into play, dribbles over the right wing. Looking to get it to Boatman. Boatman being denied the basketball. Now they throw it inside, but it bounced right back to the Trojans. Jumper from the baseline is no good, and Akeem Kirkwood gets strong and physical to get that rebound again, giving up about a good 6 inches. On the rebound that time, on the guy he's guarding in the paint, was able to get big and get strong. Inside 11 minutes to play now. Inside they go to Hobson. Hobson sees a quick trap, dribbles away from it, looks to go back door, and that's going to be a kick ball as they're trying to feed Kirkwood on the backside and couldn't get it to him. And Jim, that's what you're taught defensively. If you can't get a hand on the basketball, just get some type of limb in the passing lane, and kick ball will reset the shot clock at 20 seconds. Checking in for ICC, multiple subs checked in for Delta, but checking in for ICC is going to be Kendricus Carlton checking in. Carlton checking in for the first time this evening for the Indians. ICC needs to find somebody to be able to get the ball going, or get the ball in the hoop right now. Carlton drives inside, puts his shot up, no good. Carlton, rough landing as Delta tries to quickly throw it up the floor. And ICC just not getting back. Delta able to save it in bounds and turns it into a three-pointer. Jim, to put it simple right now, Delta out hustling the Indians in all aspects of the game.
They are, Adam. We're down 9, 17-8, 10-20 left in the first half.
The largest lead of the night is 9. Doolittle goes inside, kicks it outside to Carlton. Carlton, the extra pass, the layup is good. Beautiful basketball there. Take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay.
Hobson's got his 4th point of the night, Adam. We cut it to 7, 17-10. 10 minutes left in the first half. Delta up by 7.
Still a lot of time to play in this one. ICC getting set to sit in a sub. It'll be Jeremy Miller coming in at the next opportunity here for Delta. Delta, they like to run, but they also can run a good set offense as well. Driving inside, shot is up, and we're going to have a foul whistled here on the Indians. That foul whistled on number 23. That's going to be Trevante Doolittle picking up the foul. That's going to be his first. Pair of subs coming in at the next opportunity after this first free throw here for ICC. Jeremy Miller and Julian Warren set to check in. This will send Robertson to the free throw line for Delta. His first free throw, no good. That one decided to slide out that time. And so Warren and Miller do check into the contest. This substitution being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. They meet Monday nights at 7:07, Wednesdays at lunch. $2 for lunch and fellowship at the ICC BSU. Second free throw's no good as well. The iron unkind that time for Robinson. Hobson hauls in the rebound. Now the Indians with the basketball, trailing by 7, 17-10 with 9:44 to play, and that's an illegal screen as that time Miller just wasn't quite set up quick enough, and that's something they've called a lot this season.
You got to be set, and you got to be still, and he was still moving.
You can tell, that's always one thing you can always tell when the officials in their preseason or training or whatever, when they're told to pay a little bit more attention to something, they do, and then they call it a whole lot more than we've seen in the past. So Delta with the basketball, nearly turned over. ICC scrambling for it. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Akeem Kirkwood. Great hustle that time by the Indians. It was all started by Julian Warren, though, getting in the hip pocket of the ball handler that time and nearly got the ball back for the Indians. So to stay stay Delta basketball on the sideline near us here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. For more information, visit iccms.edu. Drive to the basket. Are they going to count it?
They counted it.
They did. So a little NBA continuation.
I was going to
there.
say.
Boatman getting the continuation and the basket. I've got him for 8.
I do too, and that was Hobson's first foul of the ball game.
So Hobson hit with the foul. Free throw on its way in, good. 9 points already for Boatman in the contest. And the lead now is 10, largest of the night for the Trojans, 20-10. Delta with the lead in command here early on in the contest. ICC without the services of Jadakiss Williams, Cartisco Brown, and Jalen Smith tonight.
Carlson, a good drive at him. Got the layup, cut it to 8, 20-12. Delta up with 9 minutes left in the first half.
So Delta with the basketball, dribble it around. Boatman back into the corner. Quick three-point basket put up and good. Well, I'll tell you what, Graham has come into the game, and his job has been to put up the three-point basket. Well, guess what? He's done it twice, knocked it down twice. Makes it a 20. Did they call it a 2? They must have called it a 2 then.
They must have.
Said his foot was on the line. So instead of a 3, they gave him a 2-point basket. He's now got 5. And that one's going to be on Robertson. Sub getting set to check in here for the Indians. This is going to be number 15, Rance Champ. So 8:48 to play here until halftime. Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report coming your way. As the Indians with the basketball, needing to find a way to chip into this 10-point lead. That's the largest of the night for Delta. Warren in trouble. Drops it off to Kirkwood. Kirkwood tries to lob it backside. Quick movement of the basketball, but man, Delta's just so quick defensively. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Warren's going to have to drive inside. Scoop shots up, no good. Rebound tipped, and controlled by Delta. Well, Delta's length is causing the Indians a lot of problems here early on. Well, I'll tell you what, Graham, we said his job is to come in and shoot the 3. He was thinking about shooting that one from the Carolina community. So Delta with the basketball, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Tried to lob it inside, does so. Lost the handle on the ball, and the Indians, Miller dives inside to get it.
Good hustle.
And the ball is going to be last touched out of bounds by the Indians. Good hustle indeed, Jim, that time by Jeremy Miller. As a substitution getting set to come in. This is going to be Burley for Mississippi Delta. This substitution being brought to you by the Bank of Okolona. Visit bankofokolona.com. Proud to serve Chickasaw County and the surrounding areas. As also, I believe, got the Calhoun County branch as well. John Harrod and Company. Proud to sponsor ICC Athletics. There's no way that was a foul. As number 5 puts up the foul and flopped bigger than Vlade Divac. That's right. Vlade.
Bring back some
19
good times in NBA there,
and 90s reference there. Vlade would smile and laugh at that one. That was embarrassing for that referee to call that foul. First free throw is good, though.
He's got a good stroke.
For Graham.
Good stroke.
Yep. And that's the key to it. If you can get the referee to call it, that's all that matters. And Graham did that there. Second free throw, that one's off the mark, no good. He's got one more. So it's a 23-12 lead now, larger than the night here for Delta. Awaiting the second free throw, or excuse me, the third and final free throw, and he gets it. 7 points for Graham in the contest. And a big make there. They've doubled up the Indians here. ICC needs a basket in a big way.
24-12, Delta up by 12, 7:45 left first half.
And there's going to be a bumping foul whistle there on number 10, Robertson. If that's going to be the case, that's going to be his second. Well, Jim, the way this game's been called right now, if you were to fall on the floor, they're going to call a foul on me. So any type of flop or jerk or awkward move is going to call a foul this evening. So we could be in for a long one, folks. So grab your nice cold Coca-Cola and sit back and enjoy this one. As ICC trying to find a way to rally in this one, they're down by 12. 24-12 is the score. Inside they go to Hobson. Hobson to Kirkwood. Kirkwood goes inside and he's fouled. So that's going to send Kirkwood to the free throw line. And so Akeem Kirkwood looking for his first points in the contest. Akeem, talked about, was named MACJC Player of the Week a couple of weeks ago, but has kind of been quiet since then. So it would be good to see him pick up some of his scoring prowess, as that first free throw is no good. Indians 0 for 3 from the charity stripe so far.
You said Akeem is one of our leading rebounders, correct?
Yes.
And he's only 5'8", is that correct?
Yes.
That's tenacity right there.
Plays a
blocking
lot
out.
bigger. Yep. Second one is no good as well. Indians 0 for 4 from the charity stripe. Nothing. Let me repeat that. Nothing going the way of the good guys here early on. ICC going to fall back in a midcourt trapping press. Delta no problem breaking it. Now they're going to reset the offense. Looking to go on the drive now. Quick three-pointer put up on its way. Bouncing around, no good. Jeremy Miller gets the rebound and another whistle. Good job by Jeremy Miller getting strong in the paint that time. Blocked him out and drew the foul. That's going to be a foul whistle on Burley. That is Burley's first foul, team's sixth foul. So the next foul on Delta will send the Indians to the free throw line for the remainder of the first half. ICC's been hit with 5 fouls so far in the contest. Man, it feels like a whole lot more than that have been called. Maybe those 11 fouls have been called in the last 4 minutes. So the Indians with the basketball. Hobson doing everything but flashing a neon sign trying to get the basketball. Puts his shot up, no good. Rebound tipped. Jeremy Miller gets it and puts it back. Jeremy's my dude. And he's able to clean that one up and get the basket there. His first points of the contest, and those are big, Jim, as that gets the Indians back to a 10-point contest, but instead there's a three-pointer. Was that Graham again?
I believe it was.
If that was the case, Graham hits his second three-pointer of the game, and it's now a 13-point lead, large of the night here for Delta. The Indians, man, they get a basket but can't find a stop on the other end. 27-14 is the score, 6.5 to play. Inside they go to Hobson. Hobson's turnaround shot is good.
Got good position, used his body. Good shot by Merritt.
So Hobson, I've got him with 6 now in the contest. He's leading the way for ICC in scoring. Taken away by Warren. Warren had it but just couldn't find the handle of the basketball. Are you serious? Both players sliding on the floor for the basketball, and the referee calls ICC for a foul.
Who did he call the foul on?
He called that on Julian Warren. That's also the same guy that called the foul, a bumping foul on ICC, when the Delta player fell forward on the shot.
That's on us.
Oh, here we go, folks. We're going to be here all night.
That's Julian Warren's second.
And that's going to be back-to-back fouls there on Julian Warren. ICC now picks up their 7th foul. Put the whistles up, at least that one guy across the way. As Delta heading back to the free throw line. And the free throw bounces around and falls through. Strickland gets the first free throw to fall, pushes the lead now back to 12.
That's his first point of the game, I believe.
Yes. Awaiting the second free throw here. And he gets it to fall. Back-to-back shots falling there. Everything going the way of Delta here in the first half. ICC trailing 29-16. Inside 6 minutes to play until halftime. Remind you, we'll have the Little Caesars halftime report coming your way with the Sonic stats and more. Part of the Little Caesars halftime report. Remind you, the quickest pizza in Fulton just got quicker thanks to the new Little Caesars app. Download it on your phone. Build and order your pizza. Pay for it, all from the convenience of your phone. You can pick it up. As there's a running drive that time. Shot is up, no good. Hobson gets the rebound, puts it up, and it's good. Madarius Hobson gets his 8th point of the contest, and Delta wants to take a timeout. Tell you what, let's hear from Little Caesars as we'll take a break and be back with more right after this. ICC trailing at 29-18, 5:32 to go until halftime.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say. It's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza. Then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas. The world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we reset out of the timeout. 5.5 to play here. ICC trailing 29-18. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram bring this action. The Lady Indians win 66-49 despite not having the services of leading scorer Shania Buford in the first game. Indians got a big hole to climb out of here to try to get back in this one. Oh, the teardrop Boatman
got 11.
And Fuego in the first half. He's 31-18 now is the score. And as Jim mentioned, he's got 11 of those 31. Warren drives inside. Wild shot put up no good. Rebound tipped out, and Delta controls it. So here comes the Trojans trying to build on this 31-18 advantage. Puts up the quick three. Is short, no good. Offensive rebound, though taken away by Warren. Great job by Warren to come in there and steal that one away after the Delta player was not paying attention. So now ICC with the basketball. Indians need a basket in a big way. And that might be the understatement of the night right here, Mr. Jim, as the Indians have struggled offensively throughout the contest. Miller with the basketball, trying to feed it inside to Hobson. Hobson had to come back and get it, saved it for the Indians. Now picks up his dribble, in trouble, swings it over to Warren. Warren wants to drive inside, drops off, beautiful pass, but was not ready for it, and there's a foul whistled on ICC, and that's going to be on Miller.
His first.
Well, darn, we played about a minute without a whistle and then got one there.
Adam, we're down by 13, 4:21 left the first half, and offensively, we're trying to get the ball to Hobson underneath, struggling getting it to them, and they know what we're trying to do. We got to find some other guys to score from outside.
So it'll be a 1-on-1 opportunity coming up here for Strickland, who is 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Checking into the game here for ICC. Carlton back into the contest. Looks like Shamar Brown is re-entered for ICC as well, as those substitutions being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. First free throw is good. He's now got 3 points in the contest. So waiting the fourth and final attempt here from Strickland. Money. I don't know if that kid has hit rim on any of his free throws yet. So he makes it a 33-18 contest. It's been all Mississippi Delta so far here in the first half. Indians have got to find some rhythm, but Jim, we got to give credit where credit's due. This Delta defense causing the Indians fits.
Playing very well. Adam, we need to get within 10 by halftime. We need to cut into this lead, and we've got time. We've got 4 minutes left, down by 15.
Three-point basket on its way. Woo! Yes. The Indians needed that there. Good job that time, as that was Rance Champ with his first points of the contest, and buries the three-pointer. Makes it a 33-21 contest. Delta, though, trying to answer on the other end. Running shot is no good. Champ rips down the rebound. Now he's wanting to get out and push. Drops it off to Doolittle. Doolittle inside. Layup.
There it is.
Yes.
Down to 10 right now. Let's keep it going.
And Jim, that's what you said. The Indians needed to get this thing within 10, and they've done just that with 3.5 to play. See if the defense can spark some more of this offense here for the Indians. 33-23 is the score. Try to bounce it back that time, losing the handle of the basketball. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by the Indians. 3:19 to go here in the contest. 11 seconds on the shot clock here for Delta. So Delta set to lob it in, does so. Quickly working into the corner. Now reset it, now 5 seconds on the shot clock. Throws up a three-pointer, back iron no good. Rebound tipped around, Delta gets it. Boatman, hey, this kid's just a good basketball player. As he found the basketball, gets his 13th point of the first half to make it a 35-23 contest. Indians with the basketball now, dribble over on the right wing. Doolittle in trouble and travels.
He slipped and traveled, no doubt.
He did. Let's give credit where credit's due also. Clark came in that time, Jim, flashed in front of him, tried to cause him to spin, and that's what caused him to lose that balance and slip that time, if you will. And the turnover back to Delta. I've been impressed with Delta. I don't know who they've played in region play, but 0-2. Those two teams they played have got to be pretty tough. They've looked sharp tonight.
And this Boatman and Strickland and Kimball are athletes, and they can play.
So the Trojans with the basketball. 35-23 is the score. 2:40 to play until halftime. We'll have the Little Caesars halftime report coming your way. Mr. Jim will give his thoughts on the first half as well. Delta with it now. Kicks it back out on the wing. Trying to drive around, now looking to go inside. Puts the shot up. Bouncing around, no good. Rebound put up, no good. And this time Shamar Brown finally able to wrestle the ball away for the Indians. ICC trying to up the tempo a little bit. Doolittle with the basketball. Swings it around the perimeter. Champ with it now. Swings it inside, and ICC didn't have the numbers. Delta doing great job moving defensively. Three-pointer well off the mark, and the air ball into the hands of Delta. So good ball movement that time. The Indians just could not find a way to make them pay, and Delta gets the basketball with 2 minutes to play here until halftime. Smart play here by the Trojans to slow it down.
Slow it down, Adam. We still need to get within 10 if we can at halftime. We made a little run there, but they pushed it back out to 12. Minute 50 left in the halftime.
So now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Delta will put the ball in play. Dribbles over on the right wing. Spots up for a three-pointer. On its way. Good. Man, that's tough. Strickland gets his first basket of the night. He's got 7 points. And, Jim, that's a big one there. Pushes lead now out to 15. Largest of the night here for the Trojans. ICC needs to finish this final minute and a half strong. Inside they go to Brown, and Brown, did he say traveled? Oh, wow, they're going to call a foul on Delta.
We called a break there, to be honest,
did.
because I believe he moved his feet. Thank goodness they called a foul.
So Strickland, the unlucky recipient of that foul call, is number 4. Burley will check into the contest here for the Trojans. 38-23, 1:26 to play here until halftime. The Indians they're 0 for 4 from the free throw line.
It's going to change right now. Getting ready to change.
Brown to the line. And no good. I was hoping that if I talked about it,
he'd make it.
It would help them, but no. ICC 0 for 5 from the charity stripe here in the first half. It's not been a good first half for the Indians, but we got to give credit where credit's due to the Delta Trojans, causing the Indians a whole lot of problems defensively. And man, they can just light the basket. They can light it up on the offensive end.
Nice defense.
Yeah. Kirkwood was able to move his feet nicely defensively. Delta lost the basketball out of bounds. And now ICC needs to turn the turnover into points here. Chip away at this lead. It's 15. 38-23. 1 minute to play here until halftime. Doolittle with the basketball. Swings it around. This is Rance Champ with it now. Champ dribbles out and resets. Trying to feed it inside to Brown. Gets it inside to Brown. Brown sees a trap. Dribbles away from it. Tries to get inside to Kirkwood. Nobody there. 8 seconds now on the shot clock. Champ causes the defender to fall. Puts the jumper up. No good. Kirkwood, though, with the rebound. Put back is up. No good. Tip. No! And then the Indians finally steal the ball away. My goodness. Brown goes inside. His shot is up and finally falls. I was beginning to think that the ball just did not want to find its way home as Shamar Brown gets the shot to fall, and the Indians have been called with a delay of game warning. They think a timeout's been called as both teams go back. No timeout was taken as a delay of game warning.
Gotcha.
Grant was getting an explanation. They said a delay of game warning. Grant says, okay. He says, on you, and Grant yells, for what? And the referee shrugs his shoulders. That's a perfect summary from that referee.
At least he's being honest.
Yeah.
He didn't know. Wow.
Jumper in the paint is off the mark, no good, but the rebound right back to him. Delta gets it, tries to reverse the layup. It's no good. Puts the shot up as the clock was expiring, and ICC is going to hold on to this one. Well, it wasn't pretty. ICC trails at 38-25 here at halftime. Jim, your thoughts on the first half?
Adam, you mentioned Mississippi Delta came out and took control of this ball game. Their athleticism, their length, and we never could get anything going offense, so we've got to hit some shots outside because they will not let us get the ball inside. We've got to hit some three-pointers to loosen up that defense. Give Delta credit.
38-25, Delta leads it at the break. We're going to take the timeout. Be back with more Little Caesars halftime report right after this.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say. It's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza. Then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza. Crunchy Fritos, warm chili, melty cheese, all together for 99 cents. Like real comfort food.
I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, and these guys keep pulling me back in. Pulling me back in!
Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves starting at 99 cents. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime. Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves. A Fritos chili pie. Juicy Junior Burger. Or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Hey ICC fans, Josie here, inviting you to help us pack the house Thursday, January 24th against East Mississippi. Fans will have a chance to meet the 2019 ICC baseball, golf, softball, and tennis teams with autograph opportunities during the second half of the women's and men's basketball games. That's the Pack the House night featuring Meet the Tribe, sponsored by the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation on Thursday, January 24th at the Davis Event Center in Fulton.
And welcome back to Little Caesars Halftime Report. Your score, Mississippi Delta 38, ICC 25 at the break. Let's take a look at some Sonic scoring from the first half, Mr. Jim.
I was talking about Mississippi Delta. Boatman, the outstanding guard, 6'2", had 13 points to lead the team. Strickland had 7. Kimball had 4. That big 3 really impresses me with their length, athleticism. Avian Graham came off the bench, hit a bunch of three-pointers, had 10. Carter had 2, and Darius Jackson had 2. For the Indians tonight, Jeremy Miller has 3, Anthony Diggins has 2, Carlton has 2, Rance Champ hit a big 3, Medarius Hobbs is leading the team with 8 points, Doolittle has 6, and Shamar Brown has 2.
We'll be back with more of the Little Caesars Halftime Report. ICC trails at 38-25 at the break. Back with more right after this.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's with the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Houston, you signed with Mississippi State. I mean, very great opportunity there. Tell me about what the process and why you wanted to sign with them.
Well, the process, it was pretty long, but I'm very grateful. I'm very tremendously blessed, and I'm very excited to continue at the next level. Obviously, it's every kid's dream to play SEC baseball, and I just cannot wait to get started and get the ball rolling. So,
How long was the process? Was it?
It was about the end of last year, up until around the end of the semester. I was getting hammered pretty hard on it. So,
New coach, feedback maybe you've got, but they've got some coaches there. Some of the staff is still there. So, what's the feedback you've got from them? What do you like about them?
Well, I love Coach Lemonis and his staff. I was able to get a good relationship with Coach Foxhall, who is the pitching coach, and that I'd say that was the ultimate decision factor in making my decision was the relationship I grew with him. But I love Coach Lemonis and what he's got going with the program, and I'm very looking forward to watching them play this year and obviously stepping in and hopefully making a difference for them next year.
Right. As you mentioned, maybe of course it's still a year away.
Right.
Maybe where you'll fit in as far as that goes.
In the rotation, hopefully somewhere. Obviously I'm going to put my best foot forward and go and strive to be a starting pitcher, but we'll see. We will see.
Of course, you still got another year here.
Definitely. We have unfinished business here first, so that's what I'm looking forward to right now.
Yeah, tell me about building on that, because you had a good year last year and then coming back and trying to do even better.
Yes, sir. We have a great squad. I love my team. I can't wait to go to war with them in the spring, and I know that we will be on the lookout for a ring. So.
We've done this before. You got another one moving on to the next level, and it's SEC makes it even more special, I suppose.
Yes, I'm excited for Hootie. He's an outstanding left-handed pitcher, a great young man, command of every one of his pitches, works hard, he's changed his body with us, his belows jumped, just working hard. Good things pay off when you work hard.
The good thing is you got another year with him too. He can improve even on what he did last year.
Yeah, we're excited about him. He'll be out there every fourth ball game, one of our starters, and had an exceptional year last year, and we expect the same out of him this time.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Ever since you got that license, you've been on the move. We get it. With Student Checking, we have the tools to keep you going. Take care of that check from grandma without stopping at the bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And we'll even pay you back for ATM fees. So keep on going, and we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
Hey ICC fans, Josie here, inviting you to help us pack the house Thursday, January 24th against East Mississippi. Fans will have a chance to meet the 2019 ICC baseball, golf, softball, and tennis teams with autograph opportunities during the second half of the women's and men's basketball games. That's the Pack the House night featuring Meet the Tribe, sponsored by the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation on Thursday, January 24th at the Davis Event Center in Fulton.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As well, we thought we were ready to start back. The referees were delayed getting on the court, and now they are. Now we're trying to figure out whose ball it should be to start the second half of play. I'll say there's no jump ball. Well, we were hoping for a little bit better second half from the guys in the stripes, and it's picking up right where they left off the first half.
Here we go.
So anyway, it goes back in action now. 38-25, ICC trailing Mississippi Delta. The Indians trailed by 14 at halftime Mid-South last week. Was able to rally back and win that one, hoping to see a little repeat of that tonight here against the Trojans. Indians with the basketball. We'll give you the lineup on the floor here in a moment for the Indians. As Delta in that zone defense. Hobson wants to drive inside, picks up his dribble. Nice beautiful play. Hobson drew the defense, found Akeem Kirkwood for the basket, and that's Akeem's first points of the contest, and a good start to the second half here for the Indians.
38-27, Delta up by 11. As Adam mentioned, we just started the second half, 19-20 left in the ball game.
Kirkwood nearly comes away with the steal. Delta gets it, puts the baseline shot up, no good. And ICC grabs the rebound. ICC on the floor is number 23, Trevante Doolittle. Number 12, Anthony Diggins. 22, Madarius Hobson. 5, Akeem Kirkwood. And number 24, Shamar Brown. That is your Coca-Cola lineup on the floor for the Indians. Turnaround jumpers up, no good. Hobson's tip was blocked, and Kirkwood was there to get the rebound. Inside they go to Hobson. Hobson sees a double team. Drops it off inside to Diggins. Layup. Nice start, Adam. Diggins gets his fourth point of the contest, and the Indians a good start, as you mentioned, Jim.
First four of the half.
Made it to a 38-29 contest, 18:35 to go here in the second half of play. Delta with the basketball. Boatman, man, he's had the hot hand tonight. He drives inside, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound was to the Indians, but Hobson just could not grab it with that second hand as he went up tall for that rebound. Off his fingertips, out of bounds, back to Delta. Fresh shot clock here for the Trojans. Inside they go. Oh, use that elbow to clear out that time, and a foul called on Shamar Brown. So, yeah, Carter that time putting the elbow in the chest of the ICC defender, and Shamar Brown just gets called for the pushing foul, so this will send Carter to the free throw line. First free throw from Carter, nothing but the bottom of the net. Carter with 3 points in the contest. Second free throw, it's good too. I tell you what, ICC not shooting the free throws well. Delta burning the nets up from the free throw line.
We're 0 for 5 first half, Adam.
Yes. Delta 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of 10 so far in the contest. As Kirkwood has it, drops it off inside to Diggins. Diggins is fouled on his way to the basket. Indians making some adjustments offensively, attacking this zone much better than we saw in the first half.
And especially Diggins, he's driving to the goal, Adam.
So that foul's going to be whistled on number 20. That's going to be Carter, his first foul, team first foul. Each team with one foul here in the second half, and this will send Diggins to the free throw line. He's 0 for 2, 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Hey, man, just struggling tonight are the Indians.
This is going in, Adam. We're not going 0 for 7. We're going 1 for 7.
There it is. Jim, pack up and roll to Tunicas. You got that one right. Fifth point of the contest for Diggins. And ICC now trails by 10, 40-30. Delta with the basketball, driving inside, scoops it outside for a three. High arching shot, good. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Kimball. As just a great setup play that time by Delta, lead back to 13. It's 7 points for Kimball in the contest. 43-30 is your score. 17:45 to play here in the second half. Trying to go inside to Diggins. Diggins drives inside it. Kiss off the glass is good. A little Renaissance bank shot that time. As Diggins had the hot hand here. He's got 7 points, 5 so far in the second half. 43-32. Indians fall back in a zone defense. Delta trying to adjust to it. Long two on its way. Back iron no good. And the rebound is Shamar Brown. Indians look much better on the boards that trip down the floor than they had in the entire first half. As Doolittle with the basketball. Drops it off to Diggins. Diggins tries to drive inside. Finds it to Hobson. Out to Brown. Big if it goes. Halfway down, no good. And the rebound to Kirkwood. Kirkwood got away with over the back. As they're going to lob it backside to Hobson. Hobson just saved it in bounds that time. And Delta going to be on the other floor, on the side of the floor, cherry picking. Nearly turn it over, and they do. Delta getting a little too fancy that time. Indians dodge a major bullet there. Diggins goes inside, count the basket. And they are going to call it. The referees talked back and forth, and eventually decided to call it a blocking foul. And so a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way here. Take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay, as that will be Diggins to the line here. A chance for Diggins to get in double digits. That free throw off the mark. There's Kirkwood with the rebound. And gets it out to Brown. Brown with it now. Drives inside. Runner in the paint is up and no good. Indians, though, get another offensive rebound. Doolittle elects to reset it. Now gets it off to Kirkwood, who drives inside, and he's hit and foul on the drive to the basket on the floor. So it'll be Indian ball on the baseline. And Delta wants to take a timeout. 43-34. Timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. We're going to take it with them and be back with more right after this on Let's Go ICC TV and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. 43-34 is the score. Jim, would you take the play-by-play for a minute?
Yes, I will, Adam. We've cut it down to 9. As you mentioned, 43-34. Indians with the ball. Unfortunately, travel with the ball. Turnover. Delta takes over, leading by 9 with 16:07 left in the ball game. The Indians were down by 15 and a half. They made a 6-0 run here in the first 4 minutes of the half. Hopefully, we can keep it going. Delta controlling the ball up again by 9 points. Boatman over to Strickland. Strickland driving the lane. Cut off by the Indians. Strickland with the ball back to Boatman. Good defense by the Indians. Boatman, 10-foot jumper, no good. Rebound is tipped in. Great effort by Delta. Number 23. Darius Jackson got his third and fourth point of the night. It's an 11-point lead for Delta, 45-34, 15:30 left in the ball game.
Thank you, Mr. Jim, as had to shoot a quick text message. As Diggins got away with steps and count the basket there. Diggins hot here in the second half. He's got 11. So the Indians keep it a 9-point contest, nearly take the ball away. And now Delta does a good job of settling down and resetting the offense. Coming up on 15 minutes of play here in the second half. Delta with it now, trying to work inside. Good defense out of the Indians. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Delta looks at the shot clock and tries to reset. This is Strickland with the basketball. Drops it off to Boatman. Boatman with 2 seconds. Steps back, and a three-pointer is on its way. No good in the rebound to Akeem Kirkwood. Good, tough defense out of the Indians. Now here comes ICC on the other end. Shot is up. Would not fall in the rebound. Goes to Mississippi Delta. Probably forced that one a little bit. Did Doolittle. Didn't really have a good shot at the basket, but you do like the effort out of the Indians. Three-pointer on its way. Good. Big basket there for Jackson. Back-to-back baskets now for Jackson. Jim, that's a big one. Pushes the lead back to 12.
You're right, Adam. He hit a big three. He's got 7 points here. Really stepped it up here in the second half. Indians down by 12. 14-10 left in the ball game.
So the Indians need a basket a big way. They try to go inside. There's going to be a foul called. And this is going to go against Delta in this situation. That's going to be on number 2, Kimball. As a substitution, actually a pair of substitutions coming in here for the Trojans. Number 11, Jones. Number 5 is Graham, and coming in for ICC is going to be number 2, Michael Crump. Crump coming in for the first time this evening. He'll be subbing out Hakeem Kirkwood. These substitutions being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Follow them on Twitter at ICCBSU. Jim, do you have Twitter?
I don't have Twitter.
You need to get Twitter.
I know it. I'm not great on all this stuff. I do okay on the phone, but I don't do some phone, some text, some email, but I'm not great on Twitter.
There you go.
I need to learn.
8 seconds now on the shot clock as the Indians with the basketball. They trail this one 48-36. Doolittle had the ball stripped away. Great defense on the part of the Trojans. Now out in transition and throws it down. Beautiful transition basketball that time out of Delta. Jackson, back-to-back-to-back baskets for Jackson. He had 2 points in the first half, 9 now in the contest. And Delta pulling away in this one, lead now back to 14. And we're going to have...
What do they call?
I don't know. Absolutely no idea. He just blew the whistle and pointed towards Delta. I'm only assuming that he said he stepped out of bounds, maybe?
I guess so, because there's no foul called.
So there's no foul called. Just blew the whistle and... Oh, they're going to say, so he said he dribbled the basketball out of bounds. Well, he didn't point at anything. He just said pointed towards Delta. Same guy that called that awkward foul earlier. Big-time block shot there by the Indians. ICC trying to get out in transition. This is going to be Madarius Hobson with the basketball. Hobson kicks it out. Big three-pointer on its way for the Indians. Off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Michael Crump. Crump gets it out. Thought about the three, now wants to drive inside. Drops it off. Beautiful play. Count the basket for the Indians. Great job that time as Madarius Hobson gets his 10th point of the contest. And a foul will be whistled here on the Indians, I believe. And so a foul whistle there on Anthony Diggins.
First of the ball game.
And Coach Pate said he was calling for a timeout. Yeah, this crew is their crew.
Be nice, Adam. Be nice.
That's the reason why I corrected myself. Inside 13 minutes to play. Delta drives inside. Shot was partially blocked, but getting the offensive rebound put back was number 23, Jackson. Jarius Jackson, my goodness, have yourself a quarter or a start to the second half, young man. He's got 11 points. And there's going to be a charging foul called on the Indians. If you're watching on Let's Go ICC TV, that foul talks for itself. As that foul whistle there on number 1, Julian Warren, that's going to be his third.
I didn't think it was charging.
That right there says enough, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Jim, he's the most honest man in the world since Honest Abe.
I just didn't think it was charging. I thought it was a no call. Let's put it that way.
I'm with you on that one. Either way it goes, that is the third foul there. Whistled on Julian Warren. A tough break for the Indians. As Delta with the basketball, they have controlled this ball game from the opening tip, Jim, and they lead it 52-38. Three-pointer, and there's a foul on the Indians. Another one of those flops. So if you fall, you're getting the whistle tonight, and that foul whistled on ICC. And, yep, it was the same guy that called the flop earlier. And whenever I referenced the flop earlier, if any of the fans that are wondering, that are just now tuning in, the young man that's at the free throw now line for Delta fell forward with the defender coming at him, fell forward and belly flopped on the floor, and was called. ICC was called for the foul.
I don't think that's possible to do it that way.
Well, I mean, I'm not the smartest man in the world, and physics is not my thing, but momentum carrying you one way, you know. It doesn't matter. 53-38 is the score. Second free throw on its way is good as well. 12 points now for Graham.
He's got a good-looking stroke. Guy can shoot the basketball.
I've been very impressed with him tonight. He's come off the bench to score 12 points, has a chance at 13. If he gets it, he'll be leading all scorers. Yes, he does, along with Boatman. Boatman had 13 points in the first half. Big trio of free throws made there. 55-38 now is the score. The Indians need a basket in a big way this trip down the floor. So the Indians have gone small in this lineup. Try to go inside to Hobson. He sees a quadruple team. I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen. 4 players came in and surrounded Hobson that time, and a jump ball is going to be called. As Hobson a little slow to get up on the play. And it'll be Delta basketball. I'm going to ask for a towel to wipe up that sweat on the floor. So with 12:04 to play here.
Adam, we need to make a run. We did it earlier in the first half. We're down by 16, 54-38, 12 minutes left to play. Got to start at the defensive end right now.
So Delta with the basketball, as Jim mentioned, it's got to start here defensively. As Delta puts the shot up, it's bouncing around, no good.
That's a start.
And the Indians with the rebound. Goes baseline, and there's another charge call. Now this is a good charge call in that take. As that foul whistle on number 14, that's going to be Carlton, who was a little bit out of control.
He was.
And good job of sacrificing the body and taking the charge that time. Brings out a few of the Boo Birds here in the Davis Event Center. But I'll agree. I'll agree with him. I think it's a good call, and I thought that was a good call.
And we'll tell them we think they might have missed the call.
Yeah.
We think they got that one.
So the Trojans with the basketball. They lead this one 55-38. 1:30 to play in the contest. Trojans being much more patient offensively. Of course, when you're leading this, you want to work a little bit of the clock, as now they attack the basket. Oh, nice extra pass, but there's Madarius Hobson to take it away. Now the Indians trying to get out and run. ICC needs a basket in a big way here, trailing big in this contest. Shamar Brown with it. Brown wanting to drive inside. Drops it off. Hobson goes up and gets the basket.
Got it.
Timeout taken here by the Indians. Hobson gets his 12th point of the contest. Makes it a 55-40 contest. 11:07 to play. Let's take the timeout with them. We'll be back with more right after this on Let's Go ICC TV and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
Hey ICC fans, Josie here, inviting you to help us pack the house Thursday, January 24th against East Mississippi. Fans will have a chance to meet the 2019 ICC baseball, golf, softball, and tennis teams with autograph opportunities during the second half of the women's and men's basketball games. That's the Pack the House night featuring Meet the Tribe, sponsored by the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation on Thursday, January 24th at the Davis Event Center in Fulton.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we reset out of the timeout. 11 minutes to play. ICC trailing Delta 55-40 is your score. And Jim, we talked about it during the break. ICC really needs to find a way to see if they can cut this thing to double digits, maybe inside double digits, right around that 8-minute mark. Loose ball on the floor. Crump tries to tip it ahead to keep it away from Delta. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Indians. Good hustle on the part there of Michael Crump. So Delta will get it back. 10:43 to play here. 55-40 is your score. If you're just now joining us, 66-49 Lady Indians a winner in the first game of the day. They improved to 11-2, more importantly 3-0 inside division play. So Delta with the basketball. They kick it out, and it's taken away by the Indians. Crump steals it away. Leaves it up the floor to Warren. Warren's going to go in and lay it in.
Good job.
Big time basket there, and off the steal from the Indians, Warren's first point of the game. So 55-42 coming up on 10 minutes to play here in the contest. Jim, I think Delta kind of slowing it down, maybe kind of messing them up a little bit. Is that three-pointer off the mark? No good. And the Indians with the rebound. ICC's trying to speed it up. So Delta kind of out of the rhythm offensively.
They did. And they had a lot of substitutes in. They're getting ready to bring in a lot of players right now, too.
Inside they go to Shamar Brown. His shot is up.
Good.
The friendly roll for Brown. Gets it to fall down. Brown with his fourth point of the contest. And here come the Indians. 11-point contest. 55-44. 9:45. And there's another turnover by the Trojans. Ranch Champ in here for the Indians. Mass substitutions here for the Trojans, and they're going to take a timeout as well. Timeout on the floor. Full timeout it is. 55-44. Indians trailing with 9:43 to go until halftime. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let's Go ICC TV and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Crunchy Fritos, warm chili, melty cheese, all together for 99 cents. It's like real comfort food.
Trying to get out of my comfort zone, and these guys keep pulling me back in. Pulling me back in!
Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves starting at 99 cents. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime. Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves. A Fritos chili pie. Juicy Junior Burger. Or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
And welcome back as we reset out of the timeout. 9:42 and counting here. ICC trailing Delta 55-44 here in the second half. Inside they go to Hobson. Hobson gets off the glass is good. Good set play off the inbounds, or should be out of the timeout that time. Hobson gets his 14th point of the contest, and Jim, here come the Indians. They have cut that thing to single digits.
You're right. Cut it to 9. Plenty of time left in the ball game, Adam. 9:15 left in the ball game. Indians down by 9.
Well, Delta has done a good job of utilizing their timeouts tonight, have answered the Indians out of those timeouts, and a nice play that time. Drive to the basket by Kimball. The long, rangy Kimball got that shot to fall and pushes the lead back to 11 now.
Good-looking athlete.
9 minutes to play in the contest. ICC trailing 57-46. Three-pointer, high arching three out of Shamar Brown. Not the shot you were looking for that time for Brown. Delta clears the rebound, now wanting to get out and push. Didn't have numbers, so wisely backs it back out. Indians falling in what looks to be like kind of a little, now they switch to a man-to-man defense. Now, no, excuse me, they're going to switch to a 2-3 zone. But they shifted defenses a couple of times that time. And then Delta throws it away. Well, Delta's offense was confused as I was against the Indians' defense, and it forces the turnover there. A big turnover by a big turnover by Delta. Now's the time to see if ICC can cash in.
57-46, Delta up by 11, 8:20 left in the ball game. Indians have the ball.
Warren with it. Well, drops it off to Champ. Champ ball fakes and kicks it back out to Warren. Back to Champ. Champ wanting to go on the drive. Good defense out of Delta, cutting that off. Brown looking to go inside. Spins. Puts the shot up and gets it to fall. Good job that time by Shamar Brown. He's got 6 points. Jim, the Indians really like to see that physical play out of Shamar Brown in the paint. 57-48. Ball taken away by the Indians. Here come the Indians. 3-on-2 break. Tried to drop it inside to Crump, and a great defensive effort that time by Boatman. Rushing back, got in the passing lane, and it was last touched by the Indians. Out of bounds by back to Delta. So Delta hustling back in transition defense, gets the ball back. They lead at 57-48, 7:40 and counting in the contest here. And then ICC is going to slap it out of bounds. Hobson hops in front of that one. Delta caught a break because the player was cutting away from the basketball. If Hobson doesn't hit that, it's out of bounds back to ICC. Subs into the contest, 2 in. Only saw number 23 come in for Delta. That's Jackson. He was hot in the first part of the second half, scoring 9 of his 11 points.
Graham came in also, big three-point shooter.
So Graham back into the contest here for Delta. ICC in a 2-3 zone. Delta dribbling back and going to survey the defense. Now goes into their offensive set with 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Wild shot put up, no good. And the rebound to Madarius Hobson. Hobson wanting to push the basketball, didn't have numbers, weaving his way through traffic. Good job that time by Hobson to handle the basketball and get the ball on the offensive side of the floor for the Indians. Warren with the basketball now. 7 minutes and 3 seconds to play. ICC trailing 57-48. Looking to go on the drive, nothing there. Picks up the dribble, drops it off to Brown, and Brown is undercut.
That's a foul.
It's got to be a foul. They called that on the Indians. The layup is no good, and the Indians grab the rebound. Shamar Brown is lucky not to be hurt. Yeah, that was a foul all day, every day, but did not get the call, did the Indians. So ICC dodges a bullet on the other end of the floor. Inside they go to Hobson. Hobson fakes, spins. Shot is up, no good. And I'm going to say, they had to call that foul as the player from Delta wrapped Michael Crump up by the face. A late whistle, but the correct whistle. And there'll be Indian ball on the baseline. So a substitution coming into the game here for the Trojans. This will be Kimball into the game. He checks in. Checking out will be number 23, Jackson. Kimball checks in with 9 points in the contest. So the ICC ball on the baseline.
That's Strickland's third foul, the point guard.
And a big one there on Strickland. Inside they go to Hobson. Hobson drops it off to Brown. Brown from the free throw line. Yes.
Big time.
And a timeout taken by the Indians. Big time shot knocked down there by Brown. He's got 8 points. It's a 7-point contest, 57-50, 6:26 to play. We're going to take the timeout and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back as we reset out of the timeout. Mississippi Delta 57, ICC 50. 6:26 to play here in the second half.
Adam, we were down by 15 about 4 or 5 minutes ago. We've made a good run. Got to keep it up. Down by 7, as you mentioned, 6:27 left in the ball game.
Delta basketball out of the timeout. They'll trot the ball into the front court here. ICC in a 2-3 zone. That zone defense has worked well for the Indians. On the floor for ICC, number 2, Michael Crump. Number 1, Julian Warren. Number 15, that is Rance Champ. Number 24, Shamar Brown. And number 22, Madarius Hobson. That is your Coca-Cola lineup on the floor for the Indians. And a blocking foul. Good call that time as that was Michael Crump on the foul. He wanted a push off, but Crump just didn't quite keep his feet in front of him and stay in front of the defender that time. So the foul goes against the Indians. That's their 6th foul. 5 fouls have been called on the Trojans. And they're going to try to put it in on the sideline. Should be on the baseline, and they are going to switch it now.
Good job, Adam. You know your rules. I like that.
I prefer it to be on the sideline, to be honest with you. So 20 seconds on the shot clock as they reset that with the foul. Delta to inbounds on the baseline. Lobs it inside. The ball is loose on the floor, but Delta is able to chase it back down, and they're going to reset the offense now through Strickland. Inside 6 minutes to play. Delta with it, trying to go on the drive. Tough defense out of the Indians. Strickland puts the jumper up. Oh, that's a big shot. First points of the second half for Strickland. He buries the jumper as the shot clock was deep that time. Makes it a 59-50 contest. 5.5 to play now as ICC needs to find a way to go on another big run here. Delta trying to pick it up, the intensity defensively. Drops it off to Hobson. Hobson over to Brown, who now swings it around to Crump. Crump, skip pass now over to Warren here on the left wing. 10 seconds on the shot clock. ICC is going to have to hurry. Crump pulls up the jumper. It's short, no good, and the rebound is pulled down by the Indians. A quarter just rolled from one side of the floor to the other.
Luckily, throwing money, huh?
Yeah. Luckily, nobody was hurt that time, but the assistant coach for Delta is 25 cents richer.
He just took it.
As he ran out there and got the coin. Three-pointer, big three-pointer knocked down that time.
Strong man to leave open, Adam.
Yep, as Graham had a mouthful to say to the ICC defender after he hit the three that time to make it 62-50. 4:45 to play. Jim, that one hurt there as he pushes the lead back out to double digits. Indians need to find a basket. Get an answer on this side of the floor in a big way here. Brown begging for the basketball. Can't get it. Hobson with it. Hobson looking to go on the drive. Spins in the paint. Puts a shot up. No good. The iron unkind, but Michael Crump to clear out the rebound, and the Indians will reset. Inside they go to Hobson. Hobson's going to challenge inside. He's bumped. Count the basket. Big play there from Darius Hobson, who now has 16 points. And if he can get the three-point play the old-fashioned way here, Jim, it'll be a big one.
He uses his body so well underneath. He draws the defender in, hits their body, goes up, makes the points. Got a chance for a three-point play. Cut it to 10 here, Adam.
Substitution getting set to come in here. As looks like the Indians are going to go small in this situation as Shamar Brown's going to come out. Doolittle back in, Kirkwood in, and Anthony Diggins back in. I believe the Indians may have four of their original starting five with Rance Champ on the floor. Hobson to the free throw line, and that one's off the mark. No good, but there's an offensive rebound put back. Kirkwood.
Nice job of Keem. Cut it to 8, Adam. 4:15 left in the ball game. Delta 62, ICC 54.
And Delta has to burn a timeout as they could not get the ball in bounds that time. ICC, as Jim just mentioned, trailing 62-54. Another full timeout taken here by the Trojans. We're going to take it with them and be back with more right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
And welcome back as we're reset out of the timeout. Mississippi Delta 62, ICC 54. Coming up on 4 minutes to play. Delta breaks the press with no problem. They're going to elect to slow it down here. Boatman now drives inside. His layup's no good. The rebound tipped around. And there's going to be a foul whistled here. We're going to see who they call this on.
I believe it's on Delta. Number 5, I believe.
Yep. That is going to be the case. You know, that's just a tough play. Both players fighting for the basketball, trying to get to it. Neither one really getting an advantage on the push that time, and Graham just sat down on top of Doolittle just because, I mean, that's the way momentum carried him. So it's just a tough break there for Delta on that situation that a foul had to be called, because really nothing malicious, nothing to gain an advantage in that situation. Indians have not made a free throw.
Free throw's hurting us, Adam.
Yes.
What are we, 1 for 8 in the ball game?
Somewhere around there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 1 for 10 on the night from the free throw line. Champ steps in front of that one. Oh, he took a nasty spill on the other side of the floor. Kirkwood driving down.
Yeah.
Layup is good. Rance Champ slow to get up. As Kirkwood gets the basket, Rance Champ, that's the type of energy you need in Jim. A guy that's willing to sacrifice his body to get the steal. He tipped it back in. The Indians were able to convert that into a basket. It's a 6-point contest, 62-56. A foul away from the basketball. Holding is going to be the call here on Akeem Kirkwood. So a tough break there.
1-1.
Will be a 1-1 situation here. Luckily for Akeem, that's only his second foul on the night. So this will send number 23, Darius Jackson, to the free throw line. Jackson has had an impressive second half, 9 of his 11 coming in the second half. As Shamar Brown will come back into the contest. First chance to the free throw line here for Jackson. First free throw, solid. Man, That's the difference in the game right now, Jim, is the fact that Delta's hitting free throws, ICC is not.
Let's go. Hey, talk about it. Stay low. Stay low.
14. They have hit 14 of 17.
That's impressive.
From the free throw line. And you look at the contest, it's a 64-56 with ICC 1 of 10 from the charity stripe. There is your difference so far. Inside they go to Hobson. Hobson extra pass to Kirkwood, and Kirkwood is fouled. Well, I couldn't see that one that time as my vision was blocked.
Foul on Boatman. We're shooting 2, Adam. 3:25 left of the ball game. Delta 64, ICC 56. We're down by 8. We're shooting 2 free throws.
Not a bad strategy if you're Delta, though. If you get that close to the basket, foul them and make them earn from the free throw line as the Indians 1 of 10 from the charity stripe.
There we go.
And finally gets that one to fall. So that's Kirkwood, 7th point of the game. Diggins and Carlton back into the contest here for the ICC. That substitution being brought to you by the Bank of Okolona. We're waiting the second free throw here from Kirkwood. It's on its way and no good. Tough night from the free throw line for the Indians. Delta with the basketball. ICC at a midcourt trap. Delta, good job of breaking it with 3 passes and now going to set up their offense. ICC trailing it 64-57. 3:05 to play in the contest. Indians need to find a stop here defensively. Delta trying to get a basket in a big way. Boatman kicks it out. Thought about the 3. Drives inside. No good. Rebounds loose on the floor, and it's going to be, wow. ICC basketball. That was clearly out on ICC on the rebound.
We'll take it.
Even thought ICC could have been hit with a foul that time. So as you said, Mr. Jim, we for sure will take that.
Down by 7, Adam. 2:56 left in the ball game. Indians have the ball.
Doolittle drops it off now here on the left wing to Akeem Kirkwood, who tries to drive inside. And then nobody there to help him as he turns it over. Now here comes Boatman in transition. Kicks it out. 3-pointer on its way. Good.
He's money.
Graham might be one of the best 3-point shooters I've seen in quite a while as he just drills that one. Pushes the lead back to 10. Unfortunate for the Indians. As Champ with it now. Drops it inside to Brown. Up top they go to Doolittle. Kirkwood with it now. Driving inside and out of bounds. Good call that time as Kirkwood, the defense, was trying to take the charge. Kirkwood tried to avoid it. His foot went out of bounds and the ball back to the Trojans. Now the Indians for real need to stop defensively this trip down the floor, Jim. If not, with 2:26 left to play, 10-point contest. If it builds much bigger than that, things start to get really difficult for ICC.
No doubt, Adam. And that Graham's come off the bench. I got 19 points.
Yes, that's what I've got as well. Been very impressive this evening. 2:10 to play. The ball handler is reaching out and grabbing the hand of the defender. Nice extra pass. Oh, wasn't ready for it. And the Indians get the turnover, but then lose the basketball. Rebound to Delta. Blocked! Oh, who are they going to call this foul on?
Uh-oh, be careful.
Who are they? Okay, they're going to, I was say, if they call that on Mayday, there was no way. That was a foul on Hobson. Instead, they're going to call that one on Carlton on the foul that time. I think Carlton was just, unfortunately, the only guy closest to the basketball that was not Madarius Hobson, as that free throw is up and good. Carter, he's 3 for 3 from the free throw line. He's got 5. Lead to 11 now. Inside 2 minutes to play. Second free throw, good. I'm sorry to sound like a broken record, ladies and gentlemen, but that's the ball game tonight, is the fact that Mississippi Delta is filling it up from the free throw line, and ICC, well, sometimes they might struggle to throw it in the ocean from a boat.
You're right.
From the charity stripe
We're just not hitting our free throw. What are we, 2 for
12? 14 or 12?
Okay. Let's put it this way, we're not hitting them.
Yeah, 2 for 12 are the Indians tonight. 3-point basket.
There we go.
Big time 3-point basket knocked down there. Timeout taken by the Indians. Trevante Doolittle makes it a 69-60 contest in favor of Delta. We're going to take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this on Let's Go ICC TV and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Hey ICC fans, Josie here, inviting you to help us pack the house Thursday, January 24th against East Mississippi. Fans will have a chance to meet the 2019 ICC baseball, golf, softball, and tennis teams with autograph opportunities during the second half of the women's and men's basketball games. That's the Pack the House night featuring Meet the Tribe, sponsored by the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation on Thursday, January 24th at the Davis Event Center in Fulton.
And welcome back out of the timeout. Trojans travel. Good job by Michael Crump flashing in on that long pass against the press. Causes the turnover, and that's what the Indians needed there out of that timeout, Mr. Jim.
No doubt about it, Adam. Great defense. Got a score now, down by 9. Minute 35 left in the ball game.
Doolittle.
There it is.
Gets the shot to fall. He's got 5 straight points now. He's got 11 in the Indians. Makes it a 69-62 contest. Delta with it now. 1:23 to play. Into the corner they go. Smart play to back that back out and not fire up that 3. And the Indians want to come out and commit the foul. And with 1:14 left to play, Delta can put this thing to bed if the Indians elect to foul this one the rest of the way out. Delta 16 of 19 from the charity stripe. ICC a miserable 2 of 12.
Still 1-1 here, Adam. Still 1-1, not a 2-shot foul.
So this will send Strickland to the free throw line where he is 4 for 4. 5 for 5. Nothing but the bottom of the net there. 10 points now for Strickland. Winning the second free throw here. And gets them both. Impressive. 18 of 21 unofficially. Are the Trojans as ICC is going to have to hurry. Can't be too picky and choosy in this situation. Champ with the basketball, fires up the quick 2. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Hobson. Hobson gets it, puts it up. Kiss off the glass is good. Mayday with the basket there, and I've got that as his 18th point of the contest. They throw over the top of the press, and that could be an intentional foul there. And they're going to say no basket. I don't know if they're going to give him the... Got to give him the basket on that as he went up as soon as he felt the contact. They've got to count that basket. Whoa! And they're going to call a flagrant 1 on ICC. And I don't disagree with that. What I do disagree with is, Jim, he went into a shooting motion as soon as he was grabbed. Unless they call the play dead as soon as he's grabbed, he was in motion to shoot the basketball. So a break there for ICC that basket was not counted. So this will send Jackson to the free throw line, and he rattles that one in. He is 3 for 3 from the line. And he gets them both. Makes him 4 for 4 from the line. 20 of 23, Jim.
Adam, I think Jackson had 1 point at halftime, maybe 3, and now he's got 15.
I had him with 2 at halftime.
He's
so you
really
are correct.
It up.
15. So now inside a minute, and ICC is going to quickly foul. And this will send Delta back to the line. That foul whistle on Madarius Hobson. And Delta now will have a pair of free throws coming up here. And Jackson, who just buried a pair, back to the line once again. Well, this is where you can put it away. 2 free throws made will make it an 11-point contest. Not saying it's impossible, but highly improbable for the Indians to rally from that. And he drills it. 16 points. Now for Jackson, 14 of those coming in the second half. Second free throw on its way, and good. So the Indians are just going to have to hurry. See if they can continue to trim into this and maybe get a miracle here, but that Delta defense has been tough. That ball is going to be slapped out of bounds. Last touched by the Trojans. It'll stay with ICC basketball. 19 seconds on the shot clock, 42 seconds before this one's final. Lead is 11 in favor of Mississippi Delta. Doolittle with it. Around they go. Hobson wants to fire the three. Good.
Gosh. Good.
Mayday.
Nice looking
Buries
shot.
the three-pointer there. He's not known for that three-point shot, but got that one to fall.
I got him with 21, Adam.
Yes, 21 points, as that was a big one knocked down there. We'll keep it here with 36 and a half seconds left, 75-67.
Got to get some steals, or they got to miss some free throws. Unfortunately, we're down by 8, and there's only 36 seconds left. Try to get a quick steal. If you don't get a steal, you got to foul right away.
Remind you, ICC will be back in action Tuesday night at Coahoma for a pair of division games. The Lady Indians will tip things off at 6 o'clock. The First American National Bank opening tip for the men's game will come your way at 8 o'clock. Now, there'll be no broadcast for that on ESPN 95.1 The Fan, but as of right now, we are planning to broadcast that one on Let's Go ICC TV, so you can tune in there on Tuesday night. Then we'll be back here Thursday night against East Mississippi for the Pack the House event. You can visit letsgoicc.com for more information on the Pack the House. We've ran that commercial numerous times for you tonight as well. We do invite you to come out. You can meet the spring sports, get some autographs. We'll also have the QEP halftime recognition as well. So that's going to be Thursday night against East Mississippi. 5:30, 7:30 tips being brought to you by First American National Bank. 36 and a half seconds to play here. Delta to inbounds at ICC will pressure the inbounds. We'll let them go full court man-to-man. Doolittle with the steal on the inbounds. Puts the shot up and gets the basket. 13 points for Doolittle as ICC was trying to take the timeout. Didn't know if they had it. And ICC needs to try to foul, and they finally do so, as that foul's going to be on Doolittle. And Jim maybe a little too late in this situation with 24.8 seconds left to play. So 75-69 is the score. ICC got that three-pointer from Hobson, then a quick steal on the inbounds by Doolittle. Got the layup for his 13th point of the game. And now this will send Boatman to the free throw line. Jim, how impressive is this? Boatman, 13 points in the first half.
That's what I thought. I didn't think he scored.
No points here in the second half until now. 14 points for Boatman.
Box out. Box out. Box out.
As awaiting this second free throw here. On its way and good. Hey, credit. I have been so impressed with Delta tonight from the free throw line. Hobson wants the three-pointer. He was bumped, no foul call, and there's a foul on the rebound. 24 of 27. That's unofficial, folks. But 24 points from the free throw line tonight. ICC, 2 of 12 from the free throw line. At the end of the day, Jim, that's the tale of the tape.
It is, and 24-27 is extremely impressive. You can't make 24 out of 27 layups.
Yeah.
But 24 out of 27 free throws is impressive.
And a chance to build on that stat here from Boatman. And finally a miss.
There we go.
We have tried to jinx them all night long. And with 17 and a half seconds left, we finally did. So waiting the second free throw attempt from Boatman, and he misses that one. A rare pair of misses there. Then ICC turns it over. The Indians are not going to foul on this one. And, Jim, it's just a night that the breaks have beaten the boys, and Delta has taken care of the basketball, took care of business, was able to pick up the 77-69 victory. Let's go ahead and move into our our Renaissance Bank post-game report, and let's go ahead and get your thoughts on this contest.
Adam, was a well-played game, but you got to give Delta credit. We mentioned their three guards, their speed, their shooting from outside. And the bottom line, you mentioned 24 of 29 from the free throw line. That's where they beat us tonight, and we're 2 for 12. That's a 22-point difference from free throws.
Yep.
We missed them. They made them. They win the ball game.
Absolutely. We'll come back before the Renaissance Bank postgame report. After this, ICC falls 77-69 in the nightcap.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Crunchy Fritos, warm chili, melty cheese, all together for 99 cents. Like real comfort food.
I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, and these guys keep pulling me back in. Pulling me back in!
Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves starting at 99 cents. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime. Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves. A Fritos chili pie. Juicy Junior Burger. Or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank post-game report. The Indians fall to 6-8 overall. And Jim, a tough 0-3 inside division play with a 77-69 loss here to Mississippi Delta in the nightcap. You're listening to the Renaissance Bank post-game report. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. RenaissanceBank.com, member FDIC. They are equal housing lender. Jim, before we look at tonight's Sonic stats, let's break down tonight's game being brought to you by our friends at Little Caesars. Don't forget, you can make the quickest pizza in Itawamba County even quicker now by downloading the Little Caesars app. You can order and pay for your pizza from the convenience of your phone. Jim, just your thoughts on tonight's game.
Thought it was a well-played game, Adam, and you got to give Mississippi Delta credit. A lot of athleticism. They're a lot of length. And, we were missing a couple players also that hurt us tonight. But as we mentioned, free throws were the difference in the ball game. I don't have the official stats in front of me. We're 2 for 12, and they're 24 for 29. That's a 22-point swing. They were smooth making the free throws. Give them a lot of credit, and give our players credit, too. We were down 15, 17, late in the ball game, battled all the way back, just ran out of time, and the missed free throws cost us. But I like our effort. You got to keep your head up. You just got to keep playing hard, and you'll find a way to win some games.
Yeah, that's one thing you don't have to worry about. You're going to see the Indians play hard all the way to the bitter end, especially in the case of tonight. Let's take a look at tonight's Sonic stats presented by the Sonic here in Fulton. ICC fans, don't forget to text the word YUMMY to 876-642. That's 876-642 to get exclusive text message specials from your friends at the Sonic in Fulton. Also, don't forget text message rates may apply. Jim, go over tonight's scoring.
Mississippi Delta Trojans, Boatman had 15, Strickland had 11, Kimball had 9. Those three guys are very smooth players. Graham came off the bench, had 19. I think 15 of those were threes, if I'm not mistaken. Latrell Carter, the big center, had 6, and another Darius Jackson came off the bench. The player from Louisiana had 17. Good-looking team there. ICC Indians tonight, Junior Warren had 2. Jeremy Miller had 3. Kirkwood had 7. Anthony Diggins had 11. Carlton had 2. Rance Champ hit a big 3. Medeiros Hobson battled all night. He had 21 points. Doolittle had 13. Shamar Brown had 8.
As always, those Sonic stats are unofficial. For official stats from tonight's game, visit the award-winning letsgoicc.com. While you're there, you can also check game recaps along with links to photos and video highlights and more there at letsgoicc.com. Don't forget, you can also keep up with everything ICC Athletics by following Let's Go ICC on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and YouTube. Don't forget to use the hashtag JimGetTwitter.
There you go.
In the future. The Indians will be back in action Tuesday night at Kahoma. You can catch that game on Let's Go ICC TV, starting with the First American National Bank opening tip at 8 o'clock. The Davis Ford pregame show come your way about 5 minutes before the First American National Bank opening tip there. So that's going to wrap it up. Jim, any final thoughts on tonight, on tonight's games?
Yeah, first of all, proud of the Lady Indians. Found a way to win the game tonight. And the men, they came back, they battled, they never gave up. We know the coaches won't let that happen. The players have a lot of pride. Free throws were not going in. The other team made their free throws. So we got to put your big pants on, get ready for the next ball game next Tuesday night, and I know they'll be ready.
For Jim Ingram, Lee Adams, Raphael Henry, Wayne Webb, Javon Keys, and Seth Kent back in the studios there at ESPN 95.1 The Fan. I'm Adam Gore, thanking you for taking time out of your evening to join us for this presentation of ICC Athletics on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan. One final time as we wrap up the Renaissance Bank postgame report. The Indians fall 77-69 to Delta in the nightcap, and the Lady Indians win 66-49 in our first game of the day. Have a blessed evening, and as always, Roll Tribe.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.